Welcome back to Triple Up Sports Talk. I'm Josh. That's Bryce. No Roy. I'm the only one that ever is here. Feels like no one. Roy.
Yeah, I got some beef to say right at the beginning. Last week you were saying I just didn't want to come on. That's total bullshit.
Just didn't want to be here last week, and then Roy this week.
You guys planned it for a time, so
Yep.
I went snowboarding, and then I told you I got stuck on a ski lift for 30 minutes.
Yep.
So I was like, I'm going to be 10 minutes late, and you guys wanted to move it up an hour earlier than what we said. So then you guys did it without me.
Just flat out didn't want to be here last week. Roy this week, guys, flat out can't make it up. Just doesn't want to be here. I don't know what to tell you guys.
He's hammered Punta Cana right now.
Yeah, just flat out doesn't want to be here. No heart, no soul. All right. I'm going to talk a little bit NFL because, Bryce, it is Super Bowl week now. Last week, it wasn't Super Bowl week for us. We recapped the games. We're beyond the recap, so we're not going to go over those.
Yeah,
I know you watched the pod, so I know you know, and I know you watched the games.
Thanks for putting me in as the Seahawks. There's no damn way I'm picking the
I already knew you were
fraudulent Super Bowl team I've ever seen.
But would you like to talk about the game a little bit now that it is Super Bowl week, and you did not get to say anything about it last week?
We can talk a little bit about it. Like I just said, I literally think this is the Patriots and the Chiefs of last year are two of the worst teams I've ever seen make it to a Super Bowl. And I'll give the Chiefs some credit. They didn't have the cakewalk schedule that the Patriots had. They didn't have everybody hurt in the playoffs like the Patriots had. I mean, this team is just I don't get it. It's just the Patriots are doing what they do. They're winning terrible games, a 10-7 win over the Broncos. I mean, just against a backup QB, terrible. If you go through and look at their wins, I don't think they have like maybe one or two good wins. The Bills early in the season and somebody else. It's just this team hasn't proven themselves, and now they're going to go into the Super Bowl, and I believe they're going to get throttled. I know you said this game could be close because they do have a decent defense. I'm not going to take away from that. Yeah. But I also think that their defensive numbers are stacked because of who they've been playing. They have all these turnovers and less points allowed. That's against the worst teams in the league all season. That's why they were so high ranked. I mean, Seattle, to me, this is one of the better teams we've seen in a couple of years. Like, I don't think on paper they look like the Eagles last year or anybody, but they play good. And that's what I don't get it, but that's what matters. They're playing their best football. They started right when they got in the playoffs. And now I really think whoever came out of the NFC was going to win. I already said that at the beginning of the season. And then now I'm going to ride with the Seahawks all the way through.
Yeah, I really, I do agree. I think the Patriots have really ridden their schedule. They beat the Chargers in the first round who didn't have their tackles, but, I still think the Chargers are solid.
Put up 3 points, didn't they?
Yeah, I mean, they only scored 3, but again, I do credit the Patriots defense. I do think the Patriots defense is pretty good. I also think it helps that Mike Vrabel, who is a very good defensive coach, helps them disguise stuff and plays tight. I mean, let's be real. Mike Vrabel has taken the Tennessee Titans, who had Derrick Henry and
Ryan
Tannehill to the AFC Championship game a few times.
Yeah,
they were. I know. I mean, they were good, but Mike Vrabel is a good coach. So I think he can keep the game manageable at least for a little bit. I'm not saying he keeps it for 4 quarters, but does maybe the first half? Is it maybe a 7-point game, 10-point game, and it's not out of hand? Yes, I do think that. I also think, which we haven't seen this part play in a while, there's just going to be a little bit of nerves in the Super Bowl. There always is. Doesn't matter who's playing. But you don't have the Chiefs who have been to these Super Bowls. You don't have the old Patriots who have been to these Super Bowls. I mean, this is a fresh group for the most part. So I think, especially early, you might see some nerves. I mean, you just think Sam Darnold, 1, 2, 3, hits Smith and Jigba in a slant route. What if in the first possession, he's a little amped up or a little nervous and he overthrows,
Catches it behind him.
Exactly. So to me, the way for the Patriots to win the game is the turnovers. I think they have to turn over Seattle, or else I don't think they really have a shot. For Seattle, don't turn the ball over.
Just play your game.
Yeah, if they just play good their offense will decide it. If their offense can move the ball and score against New England, they're going to win. Their defense is just going to be too much for Patriots over the long haul. But I think everyone agreed Seattle is the much better team. But I've seen better teams lose the Super Bowl. So
yeah, I mean, last year I liked watching the Super Bowl because I didn't want the Chiefs to win. They got blasted. But this is going to be like one of the worst Super Bowls I think I'll ever watch. Plus, I'm not even going to watch the halftime show for the first time forever because it's going to be terrible. So I'm just looking forward to eating food and hanging out because I'm going to put a ton of money on the Seahawks. I always bet the octopus too. Everybody always bet the octopus because it hit one year and now I always bet it.
Yeah, the NFL has tanked my my Super Bowl bet now, so I can't do it. I'm sad. My opening kickoff to be a touchback is now ruined.
Yeah.
Not saying it won't be, but now it's not like it used to be, so I can't.
My favorite bets are the national anthem over under. Like 2 minutes is normally the line, and then everybody likes betting on the color of the Gatorade.
Yeah, I like that one.
I like that one too. And then my last one is the octopus. If you don't know what an octopus is for listeners, it's somebody who scores a touchdown and then scores a 2-point conversion. Yeah. And the last time it happened was Jalen Hurts, the year they lost to the Chiefs. He ended up getting an octopus. I won a bunch of money off of it. So
yeah, the idea of the octopus, if you're still confused, 6 points for a touchdown, you get the 2 point, you have 8.
Yeah,
that's the idea of it.
The first time I bet it, I thought it was like hockey because hockey has an octopus thing too, where they throw an actual octopus on the ice. So I was like, yeah, I'll bet that. And then I know. I
think everyone think they're like, oh, you're gonna throw an octopus out on the football field here?
That's literally what I thought.
I've made 2 bets. We'll talk about it because again, we're not gonna have very long on this podcast. I haven't deep dove my Super Bowl bets. Excuse me. I like to do that over the weekend. But I do believe the Seahawks are going to win. So I do, in theory, think Sam Darnold wins the MVP unless, someone goes crazy. I bet $28. Yeah, Darnold to win Super Bowl MVP, 28 paid 64. Yeah, but I also think Kenneth Walker might have a decent game. So if Kenneth Walker steals a few touchdowns, I don't think Smith-Njigba would get it.
Yeah.
And then the other one, this one kind of surprised me. It paid as much as it did. That's why I did it. But Jackson Smith-Njigba to have 4 catches in each half. 33 pays 150.
That's a tough one.
I mean, it is, but the way that they pepper him, my worry is the first half.
I'll probably bet the same thing, but
yeah, it pays up pretty good.
Like I've bet the Chiefs to score in every quarter before. Like, there's a lot of fun ones. Like this is the best time to bet, in my opinion.
I agree. There's so many different ones. I don't want to even speak about some of the bets I've lost.
Yeah.
In the Super Bowl. All right. I don't really have a whole lot of else for NFL, but I do have one more thing. And I wish Roy was on here to hear this. Every year, before the season starts, we go and give our predictions. I'm going to go over our predictions. Now, I don't have any like Super Bowl predictions. I don't even know if we predicted that, but we did do the division standings.
I think. Oh yeah.
So
I've been thinking about it all season, talking about the NFC North and who I put.
So I had to dig because I almost couldn't find it for a little bit, but it was hidden. But I found it. So I'm going to start in the AFC East. We all had the Bills win the division. Did not happen. The Patriots won. We all had the Dolphins finish in second. Did not happen. They finished third. Me and Bryce had the Jets in third, and the Patriots in fourth. So me and Bryce did not do well over here. We had the same one. At least Roy had Patriots above the Jets, but still not a good one. Was a pretty shocking division in my opinion. AFC North. Me and Roy had the same. Bryce had one thing flipped, and it wasn't a good one. So me and Roy are going to take a cake on this one. We all had the Ravens in first. Didn't happen. Me and Roy had the Steelers in second. Bryce had the Bengals in second. Me and Roy have Bengals in third. Bryce has Steelers in third. And then we all have Browns fourth. So Bryce was lower on the Steelers, who won the division and got to the playoffs.
That was a terrible division. So
AFC South. Another one we all missed. We all had the Texans to win. Didn't happen. They finished second. We all had the Jags to finish second. They finished first. And then we were both right on the bottom two, Colts and then Titans. Even though for a while, man, Colts were
the best team in the league for a while.
And then they lost 7 straight to end the year.
Danny Dimes, man.
I know he was the soul. AFC West. Bryce leads the AFC West. He did pick the Broncos to win the division. And I do remember this division, us talking about it. I said that I thought the Broncos were a better team, but until the Broncos got over the hump of beating the Chiefs in the division, I wouldn't pick them. So I didn't. So I have the Chiefs in first. Roy has the Chiefs in first. And then obviously I have the Chiefs or the Broncos in second. Bryce had Chiefs in second. Roy had Chargers in second, which actually ended up being correct. Chargers finished second. I had Chargers and Raiders. Bryce had Chargers, Raiders.
I think
And
I said
Roy,
Chargers and Chiefs could flip too because I just
yeah. And Roy had Broncos in third, Raiders in fourth. So Roy had the top two division or AFC leaders in third and fourth place in third place. He had the Patriots in third. Both third place teams in divisions. 1 and 2 seeds in the AFC. To the NFC. Me and Bryce, we kind of went on a limb here to say this, but we were both exactly correct. Eagles, Cowboys, Commanders, Giants. Roy flipped the Cowboys and Commanders. Told you. We both knew the Commanders would take a step back.
I said that.
Not to be fair, I don't know if we had the Cowboys with I don't know, what was our record? 6-11 season or whatever.
That was a weird season for the Cowboys. Cowboys looked good all year. It just they couldn't win games.
Their defense was awful. Their defense is historically one of the worst ever. NFC North. I know this is the one Bryce wants the most. And we were all wrong.
Yeah, I know. I can tell you what
had the Lions in first. The Lions. I actually didn't know this till I wrote it in. Finished last.
I didn't get the last right. Oh, because Lions ended up finishing last. That's
Lions finished last.
Yeah.
Bryce does get, well, not second right, but Bears at second, which was better. I had Packers in second, which was correct. Roy had the Vikings in second bat. I mean, he was on the J.J. McCarthy train, always has. I had Vikings in third, and Roy had Packers in third. I had Bears at last. So did Roy.
You guys both were really low on the Bears at the beginning.
Well, I wasn't so much low. I figured the Vikings would still be good, like when they had Darnold. And I didn't think the Bears would be better than the Packers, and the Lions were on a different stratosphere. But I did not.
I actually said that I thought this division, how last year they were the best division in the league, in my opinion. Yeah. And then this year I thought they could be one of the worst because I thought all three of those teams were going to take a step back, and the Bears would be the only one to take a step forward. Yeah. And that's pretty much what happened.
I would agree. I mean, if the Packers were a little bit more healthy, I think they could have won it. But yeah, the Lions just didn't play well at the end of the day, and the Vikings didn't have a chance with their quarterback play. I'll tell you what, though, I would not be shocked if the Lions win this division next year solely based off playing a fourth place division schedule.
Yeah.
That I did not. I thought they were in third. They finished with the same record as the Vikings, but I guess they don't hold.
They got beat in the last game against the Vikings.
NFC South. We were all wrong. We all had the exact same one. Bucks, Falcons, Panthers, Saints. Third place team, Panthers win it. Bucks second, Falcons third, Saints were obviously going to be in last probably. And then out west, Bryce had the Seahawks in first. I had the Rams in first. Roy had the Niners in first. To be fair, all very close. So
yeah, it came down to like the last two games. So
second was Rams. I had Seahawks. Roy did have Rams. Roy had the Seahawks in third. Roy loved picking the conference winners in third place.
Yeah.
That's what I'm getting. And then Cardinals in last. So those are our predictions. I just wanted to go over those. I don't really have anything else about it. That's all I got. You?
I don't really have anything on it. I do remember thinking the Bears were going to win the division whenever I thought, okay, we have a shot to win the division now, and thinking, man, I know I put them in second, and they're going to roast me for that.
Yep. And we don't have college football because it's over. We already talked about it. To college basketball, we go. I'm going to go through the top 25. I know Roy doesn't do top 25, but we have a little bit extra time, so I'm going to go over the top 25. Arizona, 22-0, leads the nation. By the way, I don't know if you know this. When it comes to the rankings, you get votes by a committee or I don't know who. All 59 votes, Arizona. So clean sweep, number one team in the country. Michigan, Roy's team at number 2, 20-1. I'm not going to do the record for all. I'm just doing it for the next teams. UConn at 3, Duke at 4. Illinois shoots up 4 to number 5. We've been on a roll. Gonzaga 6, Iowa State 7, Houston 8, Nebraska 9, lost 2 straight. They lost to Michigan and Illinois. 2 top 5 teams, so it's respectable losses, and they're close. Michigan State 10, Kansas 11, Purdue 12, Texas Tech 13, UNC 14, Vandy 15, BYU 16, Florida 17, Virginia 18. Shocker of the list, probably. St. Louis 19th in the country, 21-1. Clemson 20, 21 Arkansas, St. John's at 22, Miami, Ohio 22-0, 23rd ranked. Don't know who they played, just saying. Louisville 24, and to round it all out, the Tennessee Volunteers 15-6. Bryce, I know you don't watch a whole lot of college basketball. You got anything?
I was going to say one thing about it because, Kerry, big fan of the podcast. He came on that one time.
Yep.
He's a big Nebraska fan, and he was telling me a story the other day. He's really into, like, all of their sports but basketball for some reason. So he started to get into their basketball this year, and he said the first game that he watched was the Michigan game. And he's like, man, maybe I shouldn't watch it anymore.
Yeah, really. They were undefeated, and they've lost 2 straight.
Yeah.
No, I don't know how many Nebraska listeners we have, but Illinois played them twice. I've watched them in person once. They hit a buzzer beater to beat us in Champaign. We go to Nebraska this week and beat them lights out shooting. They have the best shooter in the planet in college basketball. Let me rephrase that. Price Stanford. He is literally, he's one of those players that every time he catches the ball, it's already like right here, and he just flicks his wrist. So it's gone instantly. A lights out shooter. Arizona is the best team in the country for now. Michigan's really good. They're so deep. Illinois is this reason Illinois is so good is the same reason they're so deep. Kansas is on fire. They started off bad. They have the number 1 pick. Kansas does. Peterson. He's getting a little bit more healthy. Texas Tech had a blown loss last night against Kansas. I don't know a whole lot about some of those smaller schools like St. Louis. I know Vanderbilt's not tiny. I just don't know a lot about them. St. John's hasn't been as good as they were supposed to be, but they're still solid. Nothing about Miami, Ohio. And Tennessee, Illinois beat, but they're just been inconsistent from what I've read. Couple good games, couple bad games. But, yeah, got about a month until conference tournaments start, and then at that point we'll have a pretty good idea of what the brackets are going to look like. But I'm excited for March Madness. We're into the slowest part of our podcast right now, so I'm excited to get to it. Once we get to March, March Madness starts, and then baseball starts, so it ramps back up.
Since it's a slow time, I have been working on trying to get a couple guests on that hopefully will be pretty popular. So
yes, and we will not disclose those.
No.
MLB update. Bryce, I'm sure you heard this because you watched the podcast. Next week we will start with our divisions. We only have 6 of them, and I believe we have 7 weeks. We always do 6, and then we do our what do you call it? Draft thing. Yeah. We will, and I will force them to do this. Everybody who's listening, we will cover the World Baseball Classic this year. No, we don't get to do it. We haven't been able to do it since we've had a podcast, so it's not like we were choosing not to. I am going to the first 2 games, so I'm very excited for that. But we will cover it.
I need to get a jersey.
March. Well, they do exhibitions, so like teams are in spring training. For like an example, all the players playing in the World Baseball Classic for the Yankees obviously are not going to spring training until their teams are done. So the spring training teams are going to feel weird, but I don't know about every, but most countries are practicing against spring training teams. So instead of a spring training game, they'll play like Panama, something like that. So that's cool. But I think the official games start March. Well, I can tell you because I'll be at it the first day. March 5th. It's a Thursday. Nope, March 6th. It's a Friday. So the first weekend of March. That's the first day of drill in March, in case you're wondering. But yeah. So that'll be fun. So we got about a month till we kick off some high-intensity baseball. But yeah, next week we will do, and I'll give you a heads up if you want to start predicting, we'll be doing the NL West to start.
See if I have any NL West. Yeah, I do. Zach's a Diamondbacks fan. So
yep, there you go. I will only be able to get one guess I can guarantee, and that's for the AL Central. All right. I think that just takes us to our miscellaneous. We don't have a whole lot for tonight. Bryce, you want to go first?
Yeah, I can. You're probably not gonna like mine, but I have a NBA gauntlet because it's NBA season and it's hard to find the games on what I normally find it on. So it's kind of a gauntlet, but I'm gonna go down stat leaders, and I'm gonna have you name me the leader in each stat.
Oh boy.
Okay. I have 10 of them here. You got to get. It's gonna be like a test. You got to get a 70% to pass. All right. So
10,
first one. I don't think this is that hard. I think you'll be able to do it. First one, career points leader.
In the history?
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to be good at that. I thought you were talking about current. I was like, oh shit, maybe I'll be able to say some good names.
All-time leader in points is?
Well, I do know the all-time leader, but I'm saying like once I get past 3 or 4.
Well, you just need to get the first, and then we'll go to the next stat.
Oh, okay. Yeah. I see what you're saying. The all-time leader in points is LeBron James.
That is true.
Of the Miami Heat.
Career assist leader.
Now, I don't know this one for sure, but if John Stockton.
That is true.
Yes.
I thought you were going to say Steve
I thought that, but I had to go through some names to make sure, like, them old heads, like Pistol Pete. Yeah, I don't know.
No.
John Stockton.
Career rebounds leader.
Ooh. I have a name, but I don't know. I'm going to go Wilt Chamberlain.
That is correct.
Wow, 3 for 3.
This one, career triple doubles leaders.
Shit. I don't know that one.
This one's pretty easy. You just got to think about triple doubles.
I mean, I was between 2 players, but I'm just going to go with my gut. Russell Westbrook.
That is correct.
Oof.
Can you remember
top 10 of that? Or do you just have where's LeBron?
The only ones that matter is Oscar Robinson and Russell Westbrook, because the big O, Oscar Robinson, he was the only person to ever average a triple-double. And then the year that Russell Westbrook did it, he beat his record. So
gotcha.
It goes Westbrook, Robertson, Johnson, Magic Johnson, Jason Kidd, Nikola Jokic.
Wow. Yeah. I mean, yeah, I believe it, but okay.
Career three-pointers made.
Steph, I believe, has the record.
Yep, he does. I think he's
Rayon.
Crushed the record, actually. There is 2 other current players on the top 5, though. You know who they are? One of them you probably wouldn't think is on it, but he's pretty high on it.
I mean, is Clay on it?
Clay's number 5, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, just by sheer amount, is LeBron on it?
No, I think he's pretty low, actually.
I'm surprised.
James Harden.
I would not have guessed that. That's
James Harden's number 3. A lot of people sleep on that.
Sure. If you're an NBA fan, I guess I'll say breaking news. James Harden's been traded to the Cavaliers. Sure.
Giannis is going to be a Bull.
No, he's going to be a Heat.
No. Okay. Now they're going to get a little bit harder. Well, you'll probably still get them. Career steals. I think I'm going to go to get you on this one.
Oh, I don't have a clue. Allen Iverson.
No, it is John Stockton.
I would not have guessed that.
True point guard. Number 7, career blocks.
I don't have a fucking clue.
There's 2 names that come to mind when I think of blocks.
Hakeem Olajuwon.
That is correct.
Wow, what a pull!
Hakeem the Dream. I would have said Dikembe, and he's number 2. So
I wouldn't have said him.
Highest single points games.
I'm not going to say it because it's fake.
Okay, I was going to tell you once you said that, I was going to ask you to give me the number 2 because I don't believe that one. Wilt has a 100-point game.
Yeah, but yeah. I don't know if I know who has the second, though.
You do.
I don't. I'm actually between 2 people, and I don't know. Is it Kobe?
It is Kobe.
Okay.
Had an 81-point game.
What's third?
David Thompson, 73.
I wasn't pulling that.
Pretty sure that's Klay Thompson's dad.
Oh,
I think Devin Booker's like number.
well, he's
I think
on
he's-
there. Oh, he's probably
I think he's
close.
tied for fourth because fourth says 71. Elgin Baylor. I think he had 71.
Yeah, Dame's close too. I don't know his number, but he's up
Yeah.
there in the 60s or 70s.
Most MVP awards.
Oh,
You get one of these last two right, you pass.
I don't know if I know this one.
And the last one's a gimme. So
Most MVPs. I'm gonna take go on a limb. Magic Johnson.
not even close.
Damn.
You got to think he had the guy on his team who had the most MVPs.
Abdul.
Yes, Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
Yeah, I wouldn't have pulled that.
Then the last one to win it. Most championships.
Bill Russell.
Yes.
Woo!
Can you give me
I
the
can't believe I
second
did it. What?
Can you give me the second one? Pretty sure he was a teammate of Bill Russell is why he's number 2.
Oh, hold on.
Yeah, you're not going to get the name.
Bob Cousy.
No, it's not Bob Cousy. He didn't play long enough with Bill. It's Sam Jones.
No, never. I literally only know that name from playing like 2K.
Yeah. Well, Bob Cousy was there for like the first 6.
I didn't even know if he
11.
played.
I think Sam Jones was there for like 9 of the 11 years.
I literally didn't even know if they had played together. I just knew his name. Old Celtic. Old Celtic.
Yeah, they played together.
Okay. I did better than I thought I did. I'm not going to lie.
80% or 70%.
I mean, I am an NBA wizard, though. What can I say?
I'd say I have the best NBA ball knowledge on the podcast.
I've definitely fallen off the last, 2 years. Before the last 2 years, I could tell you decent current stats, but
Oh, I couldn't tell you any stats from the last 5 years, but old time stuff, I'm locked in.
all right. I don't know if you heard, but football is going to be done.
I know.
We're going to go into baseball.
I'm gonna get crushed on these.
We're going to start slow. This is an easier one. Okay. You should get through all 6 without a doubt.
Okay.
Got to get our minds going because next week you got to be locked in.
Weeks.
Next week you got to be locked in. I'm ready to go.
Do we want to say the signings real quick before we do this?
Sure, if you want.
Luis Ariz to the Giants, and then,
I don't even think I've touched that. I kind of forgot. Not gonna lie.
Luis Ariz to the Giants, and then Brendan Donovan traded to
Luis Ariz signed with the Giants, 1-year deal. Brendan Donovan traded to the Mariners for prospects and stuff.
I think that was pretty much it. That was new, but
none of us got the Luis Ariz one. Eugenio Suarez also signed. He went to the Reds. None of us got that one as well. We have Framber Valdez and Zach Gallen left.
To win it.
We're all tied. All right, you ready for my gauntlet?
Yep.
We're going to start it nice and slow. And we're going to start in the nice city of Chicago.
Great.
But not the Cubs. I need you to name me a current White Sox player. Now, when I mean current, I mean current. So I'll give you a hint. Luis Robert does not count. It's as of today. Cubs, any Cubs current player.
You're going to get me out on the first one, Josh.
Oh, my God.
Give me Mike Tauchman.
I don't think that's right. I know it's not right.
Is he not on the team anymore?
Because of my friend's a White Sox fan, he was mad that he's gone.
Damn it.
Well, that was a pretty unbelievably bad start.
Dude, I watched
Mike
one
Tauchman
White Sox game all year.
Oh, it's previously. Maybe he's a free agent. He is a free agent. You know what? Since he did not sign, I will give you a life.
Okay.
Since he's technically not on another team yet, but
So I got to name one more.
you got to name someone who's still a White Sox.
Fuck. The guy I'm thinking I don't think is on the team anymore.
And I'll tell you what, they've had a decent little offseason. I'm not saying they're going to win or make the playoffs yet, they've had a decent little offseason. You should be able to name a few because they're not god awful anymore.
I'm trying to think of that pitcher. Who's the short second baseman, the white guy? Can't think of his name. Yasmani Grandal's not there anymore, is he?
No, God, no.
Gosh, I cannot think of any White Sox players.
This is a tough look.
Dude, I watched one of their games this year. It's because we were at the game.
We did go to a White Sox game this year.
And we left in like the 6th inning.
Yeah, that's true.
Oh, man.
And our bet did not hit.
No, it didn't.
Got nothing.
Look.
Got nothing?
No, I don't.
So I'm going to go through a few names just so you can feel bad.
I haven't been in baseball for a
It's
while.
fine. I mean, but not to name one player is a tough look. I'm not going to be a lot.
Who's the second baseman? The short white guy?
Mydroth.
I don't think that's who I'm thinking. Maybe it is.
They also have Andrew Benintendi in left field.
Benintendi, that name crossed my mind.
They also signed the Japanese star from over there. Murakami.
Yeah, I knew that, but there was no way I was bringing up. Oh, Murakami. I forgot about that.
Murakami. They just traded for Jordan Hicks. But yeah, I'm not going to keep naming them. All right, well, Bryce is out. I thought that was gimme. My name was Andrew Benintendi.
Dude, I have not thought of baseball in
I can tell.
a year.
All right, well, I'm going to keep going. I need you to name me a current first baseman in Major League Baseball.
A current first baseman. See, it's tough because it's the offseason. I don't know if people are on the teams anymore or not.
Well, as long as they're still on a team, doesn't matter who.
Like, is Paul Goldschmidt still on a team?
No, but he will be. He's just not yet.
Pete Alonso. I'll go with Pete Alonso.
Okay, Pete Alonso, Orioles. I went Freddie Freeman, so you would have advanced. I need in this one. If you don't get this one, I'm gonna uninstall everything we have podcast related. I need you to name me any Cubs player in their history.
In their history.
And if you say the same name as me, I'm going to drive to Shell and buy a lottery ticket.
The guy I'm thinking, I think you probably put down to try and get me out.
I did try to get you out.
Oh, there's so many guys that are coming to mind, but I'm thinking you picked them, so I don't want to pick them. I'm going to go Andrew Kittredge.
Who did you think? Who was the first name that you thought I put?
Miles Mastroboni.
That's crazy. Miles Mastroboni. Yes, I did.
Yeah, I figured you did.
Miles Mastroboni.
First guy to get a hit off Paul Skeens, by the way.
That's going to be a valuable stat.
Yeah, the first home run was Nico Horner.
Yep. That's also a crazy stat.
Yeah.
Okay, next one, number 4. I need you to name me a Yankees Hall of Famer.
Yankees Hall of Famer.
There's a bunch of them.
I feel like I know who you picked.
Okay.
One guy I don't think's in the Hall of Fame because he was juice.
If he was juiced, he is not there.
I'm going to go with Lou Gehrig.
Ooh. I went Babe Ruth.
I thought you went Joe DiMaggio. That was my first name.
That's who I thought you might choose as Joe DiMaggio. Yeah. All right. This is where I was like, well, I'm going to make it a little bit more challenging than just, any players like basically ever. I need you to name me a left-handed only, so no switch hitter, shortstop. I can throw, but left-handed hitting shortstop.
Oh, boy.
There's a few. There's a couple big names, but
I think Bo Bichette hits righty.
He does.
Ellie switch. Dansby's righty. Fernando is a righty.
He is.
Even though he doesn't play short anymore.
Nope.
Guy from the Phillies is a righty.
Trey Turner.
Jazz Chisholm Jr. is a lefty. He played shortstop.
He has. I will count it because you're already out. I wouldn't have counted it if you were still in.
How would you have not counted that? You said
he's a second baseman. Just because he's played short doesn't mean he is a shortstop.
You said a guy that's a shortstop,
a left-handed hitting shortstop.
In history, yeah, he was a shortstop.
Not well. Okay. My name was Gunnar Henderson. The big name that I thought you might say is Corey Seager.
Yeah.
There's a couple others, but I'm not going to go through them all. And then this one is the last one. It's not as hard for you, but I need you to name me a player in the last 10 seasons now, or roughly, just not someone 50 years ago, who has played for both the Yankees and the Cubs.
Two names come to my mind right away. Both two people you could have put down, so I'm going to think if I can think of any more. I think I know who you put down because you would have tried to get me out. So I'm going to go Mark Leiter Jr.
Oh, I wasn't going to choose him. Who's the reliever side armor?
Scott Effross.
So I was going to put Effross, but I could not think of his name, and I didn't want to look.
That was the first name that came to mind. I figured you put him.
That's who I thought you would guess. Or that's who I thought you would think I guessed. So yeah. I didn't think you'd put that. So I put Jameson Taillon.
Okay. I was thinking the other names are Cody Bellinger and Aroldis Chapman.
Oh, yeah. But the names that I thought in my head was Jameson Taillon. I did think of Cody Bellinger. I thought of Effross. And I also thought of Tauchman. But
yeah, I forgot about Mike Tauchman.
I was thinking Mike Tauchman. All right, that's all I got. I win this one. You better get that baseball just going a little bit. You might want to log into the show and just look at it.
It's about to come out, and I'll be fine then.
Hit the like button, subscribe, comment. We'll see you next week. Peace.